Welcome on 360 Sport on Trust TV. I am Adini Ajishafe. Lots to talk about when it comes to sport. We'll be looking at Scrabble and also football. A lot of issues here and there when it comes to the round leader game. We'll be looking at that as we start on the show. But first of all, let's start with Scrabble. Scrabble, we know, is a sport that a lot of people see as fun game, but really it's a serious business when it comes to sport. Scrabble has come to stay in Nigeria, and right now we are one of the forces to be reckoned with when it comes to this sport, because right now across the globe we are known as one of the best, if not the best. Scrabble players from Nigeria are doing so well over there in Africa, talking about intercontinental competition. And now we go to Lagos to join a big Adowe, who will be telling us about a Scrabble Classic tournament that will be coming up on Saturday over there in Lagos. Good to have you, Ebikeme. Okay, it seems we can't hear Bikeme there. While we are waiting to get this audio, we'll quickly be moving to talk about inadequate preparation. That's the bane of... Okay, I think it's with us now. Can you hear us now, Bikeme?
Yes, loud and clear.
Oh,
can you hear me?
So we talking about Scrabble Classics tournament that will be coming up in Lagos on Saturday. Tell us about this particular tournament so that we know who are playing and how many rounds and all that.
Okay, this tournament is called Janet Adowe Memorial of Scrabble Classics. The tournament was initiated in honor of my late mom, who passed away 2 years ago, precisely November 2nd, 2020. Scrabble being my passion, I decided to use it to commemorate her passing and sort of, remember her. She was very dear to me. So this tournament is one of the offerings, to promote the game. We have star players coming in from all over the country. There will be 12 rounds of play, and at the end of the event, we will have an eventual winner. There will be several prizes in the masters, intermediate, and open categories. So that's basically what the tournament and the modalities for the tournament will look like.
Okay, good one. Now, just you have explained that this tournament will be going on Saturday. Right now, do we have any maybe professional, like the likes of Jigere Wellington and all that will be coming?
Yes, we have Tunde Oduwole, former African champion, who has confirmed his participation. The former world champion, Jigere Wellington, will be unavoidably absent due to his participation in the National Sports Festival qualifiers for...
Okay, good one there, while we're talking about it. But when it comes to Scrabble, like a lot of people still see Scrabble as if it's just a mere fun sport. Really, Scrabble has gone a bit higher when it comes to this in Nigeria right now. It's getting more bigger and bigger. What has been the secret so far? So that Scrabble is gathering so much, a lot of support and all that.
Yeah, it's gathering a lot of momentum, because the media is also contributing, the likes of you helping to promote the sport, and we have some good work done by the Nigerian Scrabble Federation and the various zonal representatives, the president and his team. So all hands are on deck to really bring this game to the fore, and we are beginning to use
good one. Good one there. Now, this particular competition, I know that a lot of competition comes up that are not be endorsed. The Nigerian Scrabble Federation, is it one of the endorsed classics by them?
Involved. The president, in the person of engineer Toke Aka, will be typically on ground to observe the event and also participate in the event. He's also an active Scrabble player.
Okay, good one. And you are the you are the chief organizer. Will you be participating? I know you are a good Scrabble player. Will you also be competing tomorrow?
Oh yes, I'll also be competing.
Okay, now if you are competing, what if the organizer now wins the event? Just to add some lights and note to it.
Uh, that's the big ask. If I win the event, of course I would donate
Okay,
my
before I let you
winning.
go, let's look at this particular scenario where recently Nigeria traveled to play in Zambia. That's the African Nations Cup. When it comes to Scrabble, at least we saw what happened there. Can you say really that Nigeria has become one of the best in the world?
Yes, authoritatively. Facts and mm, we in the African Championship in Zambia we placed first, second, and third respect. It was a clear dominance of the event. Yeah.
Okay, we've been talking with Ibikemi Adowe, the organizer of Scrabble Classic that will be coming up in Lagos. At least if you are a Scrabble lover, it's always good to go out there to showcase, or rather a player, to showcase your talent. Because right now, Scrabble has become a force to be reckoned with in Nigeria. No longer from sport, it's now a business. A lot of people are making or cashing out, as we always say in Nigeria, and they are doing so well, playing both intercontinentally and also continental-wise. Good one there. It's good to have you on the show, Ibikemi Adowe. Thank you very much for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Good one. Yes, we just have to come back to the studio now. We had a Ibikemi Adowe there joining us to talk about the Scrabble classes that will be coming up in Lagos, where lots of Scrabble players, professionals, will be showcasing their talent on Saturday, where it will be happening live in Lagos. And from there, we come back to talk about another story that has to do with football now. That is inadequate preparation, bane of Nigerian clubs. Poor continental outing coming from Garba Manu, or Manu Garba, that is popularly known. The man has been there. He has played at the international level. He has also coached. In fact, he won the Golden Eaglet World Cup. He won it for Nigeria. He also was an assistant to late Yemi Teller. So he knows what he's saying by saying, okay, the inadequate preparation for Nigerian club is one of the reasons really that is causing poor continental outings coming from Manu Garba. You want to agree with me? Vincent Christopher is here in the studio to talk about this. Manu Garba is a coach that knows his onion when it comes to football, and right now he's mentioning that we don't prepare ahead. We always love to do things with fire brigade approach or Boy Scout approach, if you want to take that.
Yes, if you look at it, Coach Manu Garba is a veteran coach. He's a coach that he has played in the national team. He has paid his dues as a coach. He started, I think, from Gombe United or so. I know him very well. He used to be my coach while in Gombe. He's somebody that has handled different stages of the national team, from under 17, under 20. He's always there. He's always in this team or the other. That's to tell you that the man is good. Because if he's not good, they wouldn't have been giving him a lot of chances to be partaking in all the stages of the youth team, of the national team. You understand? So for him to be able to come out and point out that poor preparation leads to the disastrous exit
for Nigeria. Either in CAF Championship or CAF Confederation.
Yes, he's right. We are on the same page, because if you check it, there are some things that we don't do it. We don't do it on time. We wait not until when the tournament or the competition rather is fast approaching. When I try to run helter-skelter to make sure we put things in place, that's the kind of fire brigade approach that we used to call it in Nigeria. You understand? So if we have this preparation right from time, the way it's supposed to, when you need finances, the money is there. When you need to go and travel and camp somewhere and concentrate on the players,
you do it in time.
You do it on time. Do you understand? If we do this, we wouldn't have been going out in first stage before the knockout and all of that. So he's right.
And look at MPFL too. You know, at times when you look at the calendar of MPFL, at times we start very late. At times it's very short. You'll be hearing a bridge league, this one league. You know, it's always very. How come that we don't just do the right thing by making sure our league run? Now we are off, and now we'll be looking at which are the teams who are the teams. If you remember, we had to put is it Kwara United, and I remember last time they were fighting who is going to qualify.
Yeah.
Because we didn't. We were slow. We were late.
We're late.
We're late. And now the same thing is happening now. Our league is not on. And maybe after the World Cup, before we will start our league, and before you know it, by May, June, July, CAF will be expecting our team, which team will be qualifying from Nigeria, and will now rush. We just play the league and all that.
And coupled with this kind of problems, the kind of issues we're having, you don't expect us, I'm sorry to say that, but you don't expect us to do well in tournaments like this. Because this is one of the reasons why it has been happening. So I don't see a reason why our so-called organizers or leaders cannot sit down and iron out this very particular issue. That, like Europe, they can tell you they want to start league next year, January 1st. And before then, everything is put in place. That first year, January 1st, the first match will kick off by 4. 4 on the dot, they will do that kickoff.
And funny enough, all the matches, the fixtures will be made for you to have access to it.
Yes. You
not that you feel, oh, this match is not coming up. They know, you already know these are the matches.
These are the matches, and nothing will change it unless either natural disaster or
weather,
something,
or whatever
weather.
it is.
That's the only thing that can affect the changes on this thing. But our own, I don't know. We will not start this preparation on time. We'll leave it when it is getting too late. That we, even if we're doing it, we'll do it poorly. We can't get it
and we
right.
just pick team out of, okay, this team, the first 4, the first 2,
So
the first...
you don't expect somebody is not ready, somebody has been sleeping, then go and wake him, go and fight the next day. His mindset is not there. Because football, or rather tournament, is something that you need to be prepared for it. Like during my days in Nasarawa United, at Mokachi, when there are some clubs that, before they announce the first 11 that will, it is on the day of the match, probably in the pitch. They will call 18 players, you go and train, go and do, before you warm up, that's when they will call, this one will play from here, this one, they will mention the first 11. But Amokachi will tell you from the day he's building his team, you've already known if you're starting or not, so that you always sleep with that thought, imagine what you will do if you're given the opportunity and all of that. He did very, very, that's his concept, that's what he uses. And he's the only one, since during my playing days, he's the only one that you have that style. That style. And it's paying off. Because you, from one day, you know that you are the one that will start as a goalkeeper. You are the one that will start from left back. From his first 11 is already known to everybody. We have 1 week before the game, but you've already known if you're starting or not. Unless probably during the preparation, maybe injury. Or something, somebody might come in. Do you understand? And it's a good one. So we should try and prepare ahead of time, because that preparation is almost everything. If you prepare poorly, you get a poor result. But if you prepare well, if you're okay with your preparation, you find it, everything will be easy for you. You understand? So now that we're having this issue of we cannot do well, we're not doing well in continental matches and all of that, try as much as you can to fix this house on time. You understand? We still have time for preparation, but they will not do it now. We will wait, not until when it's remaining a month, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Before you know it, no, we can't meet up with the distance. Let's make it a bridge.
A bridge league. That statement is always very annoying.
Yes, sir.
I don't know where a bridge league came from.
We're not getting it right. The players will be put under pressure. Where the money is coming from will be put under pressure. Everybody is not on his distance. You understand? So it is now. Put this thing on track. What do we need to do? Where do we need to start? And let's get this thing right.
Well, we've been talking about the inadequate preparation being of Nigerian clubs for continental outings. Well, right now we've been looking at Manu Gaba there, talking about Nigerian football teams not performing well. Anytime we go for intercontinental, continental outing, we always get booted out so early, and we just have to get it right, because he's saying if you prepare well off earlier, everything will go well with Nigerian football. Manu Gaba, a former Nigeria under-17 coach who did well winning the World Cup for Nigeria, and also he was an assistant then. Now, quickly, let's talk about another coach, but this time around, we are going to Senegal, where they have Teranga Lions. Their coach, Aliou Cisse, Aliou right now has signed new contract as Senegal coach ahead of World Cup. He has been with them since 2015, and now he has signed a new contract of 2 years with the Teranga Lions. That's a way to go. Good one for Aliou Cisse. He will be with them at least for this World Cup and also the next Africa Cup of Nations. He did well. He has been to AFCON finals twice. He was defeated, but he got it right at the third time. And right now, they are the champion of Africa after they defeated Egypt on penalty shootout. And they qualify back-to-back 2018, 2022 for the World Cup that will be coming up in Qatar now. They will be going to Qatar. Aliou Cisse signing a new contract with Senegal Lions, and we hope that he can deliver at the World Cup.
Sure. And this coach, they have no reason not to give him another contract. In fact, even if he's saying he doesn't want, they should go and beg him. Because he has been there as a player, and he used to be very, very dedicated to the team, even while playing. And at the end of the day, he became a coach, attached to the team. He did well, qualified them for World Cup, won the AFCON. What else do you want from a coach? You understand? Some people bring a white man somewhere to come and manage their team.
And they are struggling.
They struggle to qualify for the World Cup.
Maybe you should mention Nigeria.
You understand? Yes. Sir. So
I know you want to mention Nigeria.
Yes. So if we have a local coach, so-called local coach, that has been with the team as a player, and now he's doing well as a coach, qualifying us to the World Cup, and again, we won the AFCON. What else? We should be begging him, please stay, even when he doesn't want to. You understand that? Because he has this passion, and he's an indigene. Do you understand? So he will do everything possible to make sure he succeeds.
Good one.
You understand?
Well, we've been talking about Aliou Cisse signing a new contract of 2 years with Senegal Lions. Good one there. Let's see what they'll be doing at the World Cup. And from there, let's talk about matches to be played today. Friday fixtures. We have about 3 matches. Empoli, Cremonese, OGC Nice against Lyon. Borussia Mönchengladbach will be at home against Borussia Dortmund. The battle of the Borussia teams there. Tough one. Then we quickly look at some transfer stories where we start with the man that just hung his bull talking about Gerard Piqué. I will run for the Barcelona presidency. Gerard Piqué says in future he will be running for Barcelona presidency, and that's a big one for Gerard Piqué, who recently retired from football. Well, good one there. Now we look at PSG are interested in Atletico Madrid striker Joao Felix on loan in January. They want to get him on loan, and this player, fantastic player, but PSG are ready to get the young lad to join them over there in Paris. Roma could move for Barcelona Spanish right back Hector Bellerin. Bellerin right now has been a player that Roma, they have never hide their feelings for him. They want to get him. You know, Jose Mourinho doesn't back down when he wants a player. He wants to get Hector over there to City of Rome, and he wants to sign him there. Well, before we go, Vincent, we have this particular player called Hector Bellerin. Hector Bellerin is a player that interests Jose Mourinho, and he wants to get him.
Yes, Mourinho is a coach that really knows what he wants from a player. So when Mourinho goes for a player, he makes sure the player can deliver. And if he goes for a player, you will know that he has been monitoring this player for quite some time before he now finally decides that this is the player I want, because he knows how to use a player. That's one thing I commend Mourinho for. Each player he brings, normally at the end of the season, you find out that the player will contribute immensely to his team. Yes.
A good one there for Roma to be running after Hector Bellerin. Let's see if it will be happening in January or this summer. Talking about the transfer story there. We'll be bringing you more concerning the World Cup squad that will be being released by all the countries that are participating at the World Cup. And right now, we have unveiled about 3 of them: Germany, England, and also Brazil. We'll continue to do that. Saturday morning, join us by 10 a.m. We'll give you more concerning the World Cup squad released by all the countries. We want to appreciate you, Vincent Christopher. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
And also for a Adowe that joined us from Lagos to talk Scrabble. We appreciate him too. I am Adeniyi Ajishafe. Thanks for watching.